YouTube, and I'm back with another video. I'm back with the third video for today, and this is the last one. I have been working on some quilt blocks, and I think I showed you some of the fabrics that I was going to make into quilts in my last video showing the embroidery quilt. So I have these all done, and these are all batiks. I have these done. And these are going to be my rail fence blocks. And I only need 18, and I have way more. But I'm going to show you some other fabric that I plan to put with it because I don't have my pieces that I need to do the sashing. So I needed more fabric. So I'm going to use these fabrics to do my sashing and make more strips, possibly to make another pink quilt. And here's the fabric. Some of these are fat quarters, and I think this one is the 5-inch strips, but these over here are all fat quarters. So I'll cut like 2.5-inch strips out the fat quarters and add them to these strips when I cut this into strips. So this is going to be for the pink one to go along with this one, and I'll show you some of the backgrounds I plan to use in a second. So I have that one, and then I showed you this last night. I showed you these fabrics last night, so I'll just show you some of the blocks that I have. Let's see. I have this block, and this one, and this one, this one. So I just have some of the blocks that came out of that fabric. But I did show you this fabric in the other video. So I have that one. And then I showed you this fabric as well. I showed you this one. So I have this one, but I do have to cut up the other package of this that I have to get the sashing and to get, no, not the binding. I think I got the binding. Let's see. Here's the bindings that I end up getting. No, I don't do the binding. I just need the sashing. So here's the binding for this quilt. This is the binding for, another a blue quilt I'm going to show you. And then this is the binding for the blocks I just showed you, the colorful ones, these ones. This is the binding for those. And this is the binding for this quilt, but I'll show you that in a second. So I have these that I already have the embroidery blocks, the alternative blocks to the embroidery, and then so I have those, and then I already have the binding like I said, and then I'll show you some more blocks, and then I'll show you some of the backings that I plan to use. So this was some leftover of the first quilt that I made for Emery. And these are what the sashing pieces look like that go around the quilt. And then I have one that's just, I already got all this stuff on me. I don't see my little, I don't see it. But anyway, these go around the quilt. And then I have alternative blocks that's 2.5 by 6.5 that has a name on it. But for some of these quilts, if I make more than what I need, I'm going to leave that other box blank. And then I'm going to leave it blank. And then I'll use Cricut to fill in those names. So that way if somebody wants to buy the quilt and put their baby's name on it, I can still do it with the completed quilt because I'll just cut it out in vinyl. So I have those, and I have these extra blocks right here. So this is going to be another one of the quilt like Avery's. These are the same exact fabrics that I use for Avery's quilt. And then here are some extra ones. And I already have the binding for this one. So, and I already have the sashing. So I have the binding and the sashing for this one. And the only other quilt that I have cut out already is this. That I have already sewn everything is this blue one. And I did show you these blue fat quarters yesterday. I mean, yeah, I think it was yesterday when I showed you the quilt. These are on the other video. So these are those blocks. And I still need sashings. And I think I got binding. Yeah, I already have the binding for it. So, let's see. Yeah, I already have the binding. So here are some of the background blocks that are going to have the embroidery. And the embroidery, like I said, is going to be either a butterfly, a heart, or a flower again. So for the blue quilt, I found these batik fat quarters that I got. I can't even tell you how many years I've had these fabrics, but I got them years ago. I got them years ago. So these are going to be my background for these blocks. And then I found this in my stash, and this is going to be for a different one. I'm not sure which one yet, but I have enough of it to make it for a couple of them. But it's like a grayish background. Kind of looks like, I forgot the name of that fabric that my friend has. Let's see. It doesn't say what it is. I don't know if it's, let's see. I think it might be like a, let's see. Ooh, it is one of those really, really long ones for quilt backs. But I'm going to use it for, I think it's 108 inches wide is what it is. But I'm going to use it for alternative blocks for my crochet. So we have that one. And then I'm also thinking about using this one for a heart block. And I'll embroider different color hearts onto here. But I will have to try it out to see if I like it, because this is kind of dark for a background and it's already a little busy. And then I also have this background, and it's just a plain, like a Kona cotton muslin one. So yeah, I also have this one, and this one has no texture. The first one I did had the little white polka dots, but this one has no texture. So I think that is all. Oh, let me see. Oh, I think I have some more backgrounds right here. Yeah, I have this background right here, and it's a little bit darker than the other one. These are two different colors, if you can tell. They're both kind of, this is kind of like snow, and this is kind of like a taupe color. This is a little bit darker presenting, and this one looks white, but it's a little bit darker. But it might be enough of these to make 8. I only need 18 blocks plus the sashing. And then there's plenty of this one right here. And it is a, it says it's cotton 100% white. So it says it's $7.99. But I got it on a 75% off remnant sale, so I paid $1.20 for it. And so I have this one as well. So I will continue to play around with my quilts. I need to finish my Mod Podging. And from the project before this one, ooh, I'm so sorry about the threads. I put those things on me, and now I got thread all over me, and I don't know where my little vent roller is. It usually is up here, but I must have moved it. Oh, here it is, right here. Let's see. Let roll myself. All right, that's much better. Much better. Yeah. Much better. All right, now I have no length on me. Well, a little bit. But that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching. God bless. You have an awesome and an amazing day. Be blessed, my friends. Stay tuned for all the projects to come. Thanks for watching. God bless. Bye.